Hello everyone, welcome to the first Cheese Friday. This is what we're starting up past our Advent cheese calendar, which was so much fun. So I'll see you in just a minute. Hey everyone, welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube, where every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we upload videos. And on Sunday night we host a live stream, affectionately coined Coffee Talk, where we brew a warm beverage together and then go over its history and origins or brew method in depth, and then often pair it with a ketogenic friendly recipe to pair with the beverage, and then spend some time chatting amongst ourselves. So we look forward to seeing you on Sunday. This Sunday our video is going to be on the inverted AeroPress method of brewing. But today we're going to do something different. On this Friday, we as a little community really enjoy the Advent cheese. I think you guys enjoyed the silly jokes and everything as much as I did, and I certainly love eating the cheese. So after talking about it, I didn't really want us to lose that Friday fun, so I decided to introduce a Cheese Friday. And today the video will be a little longer than future videos, and we may have some more interesting videos along the way regarding cheese. But as a quick overview, when you start talking about cheeses, and today I have a Derby Sage. Let me see if we can get that for you. So you can see it's got like the green streaks all in there, and we will open it up in a second. But when we talk about cheese, it's important to know that there's a few things that you really look for. First and foremost, cheese and how you like cheese, if you like cheese, is all personal preference. 100%, there is a cheese for everything, cheese for every person, or if you hate cheese, well then there's not cheese for you. All of that is valid and good. There's no better. It's all preference. I know cheesemongers who will eat a slice of American cheese. I know cheesemongers who like string cheese, as well as the most expensive, bougiest of the special once-in-a-lifetime leaf-wrapped specialty goat cheese, etc., etc. So the sky's the limit when it comes to cheese. Now, at some point in the future, we'll do a full deep dive video on cheese tasting, but we're not going to do that today because we're not looking for a 3-hour video. Today, though, real quick, I'll tell you, when you are looking at cheeses and when you're trying to decide what to buy, talk to the people at the counter. Oftentimes, they'll let you try certain things, but if you have an idea of things that you enjoy, tell them that, and then they can recommend cheeses for you. For example, I'm not fancy. I like a lot of very creamy flavored cheeses. So not your most sophisticated cheese taster, but they obviously other people like it too because there are a lot of them. So I tell them, I go in and I say, I really like flavored creamy cheeses, and so they'll often find me soft butter cheeses that are infused with different herbs, or I also let them know I really love spicy, so inevitably I'll get the pepper cheeses, that kind of thing. But I also really love strong, hard cheeses, so that'll lead me down. I'm like, but not Parmesan Reggiano. Not that I don't love Parmesan, but like give me that 8-year aged cheddar that's just going to crumble up with a little cheese knife. You got it. Maybe an Elemental, that kind of thing. So those are things to keep aware of. Just talk to your cheese person at the cheese store, and they will find you 10 things. Always be willing to try something new. So when you're tasting cheese, there are a few things that you are looking for, though. The first thing is hardness. So whether the cheese is hard, semi-hard, semi-soft, or soft. Hard would be your really super dense and crumbly cheeses like your Parmesan Reggiano or your really aged cheeses. Semi-hard, those are cheeses that you can slice or grate. So just like your regular standard run-of-the-mill cheddar that you buy at the store. And semi-soft, they're sliceable cheeses. You can cut them into pieces, but if you try and grate them, it's just going to mush up. And then, of course, soft, that's your scoopable, spreadable cheeses like your ricotta, your cream cheese, your brie, all of those custardy types of cheeses. So then the next thing you're looking at is rind. Now this cheese, I'm sure it had a rind at some point, but it doesn't have one. But you have several types of rinds. Your tough outer rinds. So again, we're going back to that Parmesan where the rind is like super hard and you really gotta, while it says it's edible, and it is, it's super uncomfortable to eat and you really just gonna have to melt it into something, that kind of thing. It's so really hard and tough. Natural rind, so sometimes when you have certain cheeses and you're aging them, a rind develops around it and gets like a nice little crust, sort of peelable end piece and or rind piece, and it's totally edible and often tastes pretty good. And then also there's cheeses like brie where they have a papery soft rind, and also entirely edible, although a lot of people don't especially enjoy it, which is why they usually encase it or at the very least bake it up. And then of course there are edible wax rinds like you get on a lot of cheeses for like Goudas and other ones like that, and sometimes they color the wax, which is why you get bright orange, bright red, sometimes wild green. So those are your rinds, and while the wax is edible, it's not very pleasant to eat, so usually you peel it off and discard it. The appearance, like I've mentioned here, the appearance is veiny, and as a green vein throughout the cheese. We'll look at that again. So you're looking for the color, like some cheeses get like really dark yellow looking, and you know that they're a little bit more aged. Whereas sometimes if they're a soft bright orange, you know that's a fresher cheese. You look at all kinds of different things. If they've got blue in it, some of them get black in it, all kinds of different colors in your cheese. And then, excuse me, sorry, little drink of water here. You're also, when you're looking at your cheese, you're also looking for the freshness. Again, you can tell the difference just by looking whether something is aged or if it was a soft cheese that they just made last week or just recently, that kind of thing. Like goat cheese is not made and then aged for a real long time, unless it is, and then it becomes a whole different animal. But like most of your goat cheese is made and you eat it within the week, and it's that very soft, creamy, even softer than most cream cheese. So your freshness and of course your texture, where it can be creamy, it can be grainy, it can be crumbly, it can be all kinds of different things. If you have a really hard, dry aged cheese, sometimes you'll see like those little teeny specks in there where it's crystallized out some of the salt and it's kind of got like some crunchy to it. Texture. If you put something in your mouth and it's almost melty, creamy, and oozy, that's what they mean by texture. And then the last piece then that you're looking for is flavor. And like I said, we'll do a deep dive on that, but really high level. Cheeses can be delicately flavored, and you will know when you eat them what that means. Fruity or sweet flavored, and that doesn't mean they contain fruit. It just means that the dairy in the cheese and how it was processed and maybe what the rennet they used, all kinds of different things go into it. So fruity or sweet, and then pungent, which you know is your smell, and you've had those cheeses where you get it and you're just like, whew. But at the same time, they've got quite a delicious flavor. It's just really gonna punch you in the face. And tangy, so very, some cheeses get like a very tart taste to them. Nutty is a flavor that you hear often surrounding cheese. And dusty, It's like your blue cheeses sometimes get like a little bit of a nutty, dusty sort of taste to them. So that's like really high level. You could really go wild. And ultimately the answer is, do I like this cheese? And if the answer is yes, buy some more of it. And if the answer is no, don't get that again. So today, let's open this. I have my handy little scissors because, well, it's for me the easiest method. Cut this baby open. And so today, this cheese all came from Grandpa's Cheese Barn. That's a really popular Ohio location. The place has been there forever. It's paired with a company called Sweetie's Chocolates. It's an Amish produced place, and wow, the smell is so amazing. I wish they had smell a video. The sage is like it's really just like mellowed out, so it's got this nice herbaceous, but like how it smells after you've cooked like a nice sage filled sausage, and it's got that after a wafting sort of effect. I don't know if this will show well, but there is what the cheese looks like. I don't know if it's going to come out well in the video, but that is it. So you see it's got the green veiny. It's obviously, I'm going to call this a semi-hard because I think that it would crumble up if I tried to grate it, but it does have a little bit of bounce to it. I can obviously see I could easily slice it, which we're going to do. Yes, I'm cutting from the big end. And so, like I said, you can slice it, but it's not like crispy, crunchy, or crumbly. It's not crumbling anywhere. So, and it stays in form. I can bend it, but it would crumble if I tried to grate it. So semi-hard. You just let that go and you just taste it. It has such a wide variety and complexity to the flavor. You know it's cheddar. By the way, I forgot to mention that Derby sage is most often cheddar. And so you do get that nice cheddar flavor. Not the hard tangy of extra sharp, but maybe like a medium sharp cheddar. But mostly you're getting like a deep nuttiness and that sage, that smoky sage sort of flavor. It is so good. I 100% say recommend if you like cheddar and you like herbs, like we'll just call it like that poultry blend sort of flavor. This is definitely a #1 yes for you. It's always a yes for me. Anytime I come across it, I buy some. So that's it for today. That's your cheese. Oh, one more thing. I know we all love those dang jokes. So what do you say to a cheese that is having a little ride on the struggle bus? You say, we just got to ricotta through this. I know. I probably should stick to just geekifying our stuff, but I'll see myself out. See you soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the little bell icon to be notified. All that fun YouTube stuff. Spread the channel around so we can grow our community and our live streams will be hopping. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.